Takes a minute, and we're live. Hello, everybody. It's Al Simpson of Witches of Westchester this month, I guess. Vampires of New Jersey, Werewolves of Brooklyn. I do comics and stuff. And I met a new creator. His name's David Green, and he's launching a Kickstarter, which is very exciting. We always liked launches. I wanted to talk to him. He launched today, so I wanted to get the word out. For once, I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm going to let him talk about his stuff because I'm more interested in what he's doing. David, introduce yourself and just tell us about your project.
Okay, so I'm David Green, the creator at Limelight Comics. Actually met Alton online on Facebook. I put a post out about looking for some help about something, and he reached out to me with this opportunity to discuss the excuse me, the Conquered Crowns Amazon, which just went live a few minutes ago. And it's an exciting project. It's a definitely thrilling project, being that it's unique in a sense of having 7 African queens, 7 of the most deadliest African queens of in history, put together on one team. And for many people who don't know, there are many different Amazon teams throughout African history, but the one that's known the most is the Dahomey Amazons, which a lot of when you think of Black Panther, the Dora Milaje are modeled after. Even some other little bit of Wonder Woman, just a tad bit. They've taken pieces, but it's its own lore itself. So, but yes, this project definitely is a great project. I've been working on it for maybe about a couple years now.
Wow.
It started off with another project called Title, which was an Aquaman type of character, and he's actually rolled up into this Amazon series as well. Because I thought, why have all these different fragmented characters, and they're pretty much in the same universe.
Right.
So with the African Amazons, I started off with a what if. What if these 7 queens were in the same group? And I think that was the most challenging part, because what I found out is a lot of their qualities overlap. The biggest quality being leadership. And all of them can't be leaders on the team, but they can be leaders at certain points and in the very things that they are good at.
Right.
So in breaking down each one of the characters, I went online. I even spoke with a lot of people from Africa, watched YouTube channels, just to get the personalities and the history behind those 7 female characters that I chose.
Right.
And I kind of then narrowed them into certain positions, like one person's a brawler, one person's a trainer, one person is the leader.
Right.
So there's 7 different positions like that, and you can see them lead in each one of those positions.
Very cool. Do they start out adversarial? Do they know each other? I mean, how at the beginning of the story, how does it work out?
So, oh yeah. So pretty much every woman has a diverse background, and they come from like all over the land of Umwanaba. And Umwanaba is, I believe, I took it from a Swahili word.
Right.
Actually, more than just one word. I had to condense it into one word, but it basically means land of abundance. And so Umwanaba is modeled after Africa in a fantasy world. Mm-hmm. And they come from east, west, north, south. And that's pretty much, I wanted to capture all four directions of that map. Now, it's Umwanaba. The world is bigger than Umwanaba. That's just where this current series is taking place. About this group of Amazons, and this group of Amazons are called the Nessarian Amazons.
Wow.
And they are modeled after the Dahomey village or kingdom, excuse me. And so you will see some similarities to like a little bit of the Dora Milaje and so on. So basically, where the story is starting off is their chief has just been exiled, and he's been exiled for not paying tribute to the neighboring kingdom. And so the neighboring kingdom is going throughout the land, conquering different tribes, different villages, taking what they want. And so they want to expand from a kingdom to an empire, and that's their purpose. Um, and that's pretty much their goal.
Right.
And so here they found the Nefarian village, and at this point, the Amazons aren't yet formed.
Okay.
And so, we're getting into the nitty gritty of it, which is real good because you get to see the formation of the group as opposed to just starting off. And I thought that was really important. And I thought it was really important to also give these characters a personality beyond just being warriors. Because, when we read about them in history, all we see are they were just warriors, they were violent, they were vicious, and that's it.
Right.
So the chief has been exiled, and their village has been taken over. And these 7 women, some of them know each other from being elephant huntress, and some just live in the village. And one actually is a wife of the chief.
Okay.
So once the chief has been exiled, the men fighters actually had given up, and they're like, "What?" And so they actually band together to go and recover the chief and to actually bring him back to fight back against this kingdom. Now, I took the story from, it's actually a real story in history.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's modeled after that. And what you'll find in this series, you'll find a lot of history, not just African history, but history throughout the world,
Right.
really embedded into these stories. So the stories aren't just fluff.
Right. Right.
So, the women then find themselves journeying along. And the first page that you see on Kickstarter is they're at this campsite inside the Echo Woods, and they're being attacked by these hyenas. And one of the women gets hurt pretty bad, and they find a neighboring village. And that village is called the Vula village, which is modeled after the Nak society or civilization.
Cool.
And so from there, they continue on throughout their journey of looking for their chief. And this is only chapter 1. I wish I had an opportunity. I wish I had the opportunity to go ahead and just do the full trade volume. But
yeah, how far out does it go? How many issues have you mapped out?
Oof, I've only mapped out 10, but I can see it's going to be longer than that. And that's just the Amazon series.
Right.
Yeah. Because with Conquer Crowns, we'll end up visiting it's like Game of Thrones. We'll end up visiting other kingdoms and empires and see things from their point of view as well.
Cool. I want to say hi to Dustin Poppins, who's a big indie comic lover of indie comics. He's on. He says hi. He says your story is awesome. Thank you for being here, Dustin. He's very into exciting, new, different stories. So he's a great guy to have on your team. And he has shows too, to talk like we're doing, and he also pumps out a lot of stuff that he likes. So hopefully we can get him into this. Let me pull up. I'll ask you some more in a second. Sounds like you did a lot of research, which I love research. I'm going to try sharing the actual Kickstarter. So let's see.
No. Can I post it in here as well if you need it?
Okay. Yeah, I can find it. I'm just going to pull it up and play the video. And
yeah, I tried to do quite a bit of research. It's a lot. So I did enough to tell this story and get me through this book to the next one.
It's telling me I have to do steps to get Chrome to share. Do you want to pull it? Can you pull it up?
Let me see.
I can try it again. Chrome tab. Oh, here it is. Okay. I got it now.
Okay.
I think. I'm on StreamYard, so we'll pull StreamYard up. All right. That's us. And I'll pull up. Yep. Conquer Crowns. Right?
Yes.
You can see it now?
I do see a.
Yeah, I had it up a second ago. Hold on.
The video. I don't think the video's sharing.
It's not playing? Can you see it?
Yeah, I don't see it.
All right, well, let me try again. It's worked previously. I can see it, but
Yeah.
it's not sharing. I really wanted to share it too. Let me try it again. It's a great video, by the way.
Thank you. And I sat there and I was like, I gotta do this. The last Kickstarter I did, I went all out for the video, and I didn't quite make it to the goal. This one, I said, you know what? I'm gonna throw a couple. There we go.
I'll get the hang of it by the end of the show. Hold on. We'll start at the beginning. And let her go. Great job, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to back it while we're on. As soon as I can boot my other computer up. Let me get out of this and get back to that. There we go, StreamYard. So I'm going to page down a little bit so we can see some of the artwork. And could you tell us about it? Do you do the art? Tell us what you do. I just write. So I always have to get an artist to do, the heavy work, you know?
Yes, I write, but I'm very controlling. So I actually do the panels. So far, I do the layouts and everything, and then I gave it to Mauricio Alvarez, which is the artist based out of Mexico.
Okay.
And he's been doing art for over 30 years. I think uh, he's done some architecture as well. And I'm not even sure how he contacted me, but I just remember we started with a sample because I said I wanted to really get this image that he has right now.
Right.
And you got to sometimes go through different artists, and he did a sample, and it blew me away. And I said, no, he said, do I have to finish? I said, no, don't finish nothing else. I'm sending I'm sending you the script. I'm sending you the layout.
Yeah.
When we get started.
Yeah.
And
He
we
got
got
it.
started like a day or two later, right?
Yeah. You can tell when somebody gets it, when it clicks and you see it and you're like, that's my vision, and after that, it's kind of like, let's just get going. We don't
Yes,
waste any time. It's,
yes.
it's really beautiful artwork. Um,
Thank you.
I know this is in progress. Tell me about Limelight Comics.
So me and my friend Wayman started Limelight Comics maybe 2 years ago now. I mean,
Right.
with the pandemic, time has just flown, but we started it just by basically off of watching Marvel movies and our love for Marvel movies, and we said
Hmm.
we can be doing this.
Yeah.
And I think we felt that we could be doing some things a little different than they can. So that's what really spurred us to start writing, and it became almost like an exercise every day. We would
Right.
just like take 5-10 minutes, write a character, and write a quick backstory, and we logged all of these different characters over a period of 2 years,
Wow.
and so this was one of the ones that we actually decided to come out with. Now, this is not our first release. Our first release was The Captivating Light, and that was last summer, summer of 2020. And
Okay.
that one did okay. I was planning on launching book 2 this year, but like I said, the Kickstarter didn't fully make it.
Right.
Um, so I plan to launch that one again sometime next year. And so we actually extend past just comics. We do graphic novels, we do books, we do a lot of educational things for schools, and
Great.
comics definitely are our passion. Uh, Limelight Comics is actually just a division of Limelight Entertainment Studios, which
Right.
gives us that opportunity to venture into different markets as well.
Very cool. All right. I'm trying to pull you up right now on my other computer. I'm not that tech savvy, even though my PhD is in MIS. My wife laughs about it because I'm not that. Yeah, but my computer, I just have an old computer. I won't get rid
Right,
of this old computer. My kids keep saying get rid of it, but I've been working on it for over 10 years, and all my stories and all my ideas are on here. So it's kind of
right.
hard to let go. Um, so let's see. I'm going to back you right now. Let me see what I'm going to pick out here. Yeah, so tell me about some of the stuff you have in the actual Kickstarter as far as
So,
pledges.
so so far as the Kickstarter, I'm pulling it up myself. Um, just starting off, I think we just seen the cover, and this is cover A. I am working on a cover B, a
Right,
variant cover,
right,
and I'll try to get that up like in the next week or so, maybe sometime next week or the week after.
right,
And I really thought that the Amazons assembled was. I felt that title was necessary with this first chapter because you see them assembling. as well as it's a homage to, you know, the Avengers as well. So um, also, like I explained earlier, the whole plot of this first chapter about the Nasarian chief being exiled to the inferior kingdom,
Right.
um, and then just going through the Kickstarter, it breaks down uh, a little bit of the land of Umwanaba and the kind of what you'll see in this world being a unique blend of realism
Right.
slash with some fantasy. So there will be a lot of things where you be like, you know what, that really could happen, or that possibly could happen, and that's the kind of writing I like. You know, can this
Yep.
happen? No, I can see that happening. So, um, just in just in this world building, we are being very particular, even down to being creative with the animals,
Hmm.
taking African mythologies and mixing them in there about with the animals and things like that, like how a lot of other stories have dragons. We mixed other things in there as well,
Right.
different items, and so we also go on to explain. Oh, excuse me, to explain just what Unwanaba means,
Right.
what you pretty much how what the setting is based in is kind of like a medieval setting,
Right.
and as you scroll down, for those of you who don't know, this is I modeled the series after a Game of Thrones mixed with Black Panther.
Right.
And so we have roughly about 6 pages completed.
Hmm.
The last three that you'll see as you scroll down are in the inking phase, except
Right.
for page 6. And so right now we're looking to raise the other 2,700 or more
Right.
to finish this first book. And we're looking, I really want to get it out by December 25th. I mean, I want people to have it in their hands on Christmas to
Yeah.
enjoy the book.
That's a good
Uh,
target.
yes. Now, what I did do for the Kickstarter, I left the target date at January 2020 just to give myself a cushion because the holidays, anything can happen. Um, and so, uh, just going into page 1, 2, and 3, like I explained earlier, they're fighting um,
Right.
these hyenas, and even just down looking at some of the action words, like when we talk about the hyenas, how they're making like this oop sound.
Right.
I researched uh, the different sounds that hyenas make because I was just going to make them making that laughing sound because
Right.
that's what they're known for. But they only make that sound when they attack and then they retreat. The
Right.
sound that you see here on this page is a sound telling the others that there's an intruder.
Right.
So, um, and then page 3, more battling, all the way to page 6 where they find the Vula village. Um,
Cool.
so when you scroll down to the map of Uwanaba, it's only a small piece of the map. Like it's like a north, excuse me, yeah, southwest side of the map, and you can see different tribes there, different lands, and you can see the big Ajaka kingdom, which is the kingdom that's putting the Nasaria village under tribute.
Right.
And I even mark on the map where, with the green star, where the women are at right now, and you can see the village the Nasaria village where they came from.
Yeah. Let me go to that map. That map is pretty detailed.
Yeah, yeah. The
Is
guy did a pretty. It's
it on a
actually
real
a guy
place?
for Fiverr.
Yeah. Is it based on an actual location, or did you have to make all this up yourself? Because that's pretty detailed.
I made it all. I made it all up myself.
That's fantastic.
um, it, and the way it's a lot of work. And like I said, this is like maybe it's a very very small piece.
Okay.
It's almost like a few grains in the sand compared to the rest of the map.
Well, you did get some backers. You got me and you got Dustin. So that's a good start.
Okay, cool.
We
Yes,
both in
yes.
there. Um, and I'll pump out some more to as many people as I can. It's a very exciting project you have here. It's
Yes, yes,
detail
it
is
is.
really amazing.
Thank
You can
you.
tell when you put in hard work, you can see it. That's one of the things I like about comics.
Mhm.
If you really put your time into it, just like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee when they did Black Panther, you know,
Right.
all the time that
Yeah.
mostly Jack, I would say, but also Stan put into, the entire world of Black Panther. Once technology caught up with them and they could do the movie correctly, I mean, it was just amazing the details they had come up with, you know.
Oh my.
There's a certain quality to that you can tell it's above, you know, above the normal media, you know. And you've
Right.
certainly done that with this project. It's pretty amazing.
Right. So, oh, okay. So, uh, just some of the rewards.
Right.
Even going back to the cash. So, if you go into Kickstarter, everyone can read the profile, a small snippet of the person's background, and it's all inspired by the queen that's written above the character.
Right. Yeah. Inspired by Queen Nandi. Wow. That's some fantastic work.
Yes. Now,
Amazing.
what has been happening. I'll get a lot of people. Hey, that didn't really happen that way and this way, and that's one of the reasons I made it a fantasy.
Right.
Um, to kind of skip all of that, but I'm pretty sure I'll still get it.
Right.
Uh, so as you go past the profiles, the cast, and
Mhm.
go down to the rewards. Um, right now, these are our current posters
Right.
that we are giving away, but I'm pretty sure over the next few weeks, like we have more artwork coming in. The guy in the middle that's the original guy that this series was based off of title. And I actually I wrote him for a TV series, and he wasn't going to be a comic. Um, and I pitched it to Circle of Confusion, which is the management company that helped hire somebody to write Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
And they were interested, but they felt that it wasn't enough story there. And it is what it is. That was my first time writing a script,
Yeah.
a TV script,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then
You'll
when
get
you
that.
go down to exactly, it'll come. So the other reward, I believe, is for a higher tier, but
Right.
it's called the Malaja, which means
Right.
journal in Arabic.
Right.
And it's kind of like the untold history of the known world. The map that you see is the untold history or the history of that map that you see.
Wow.
And then you go down, we have a few shirt options, which is just as Conquered Crown with Okira's face behind it. And
Right.
then we have a collector's edition box. I actually used something like this box on the first comic I put out, and it turned out great. So I
Wow.
wanted to do one for this comic book,
Mhm.
and I even put a little video how it folds together. It now, for some reason, my pictures look blurry on here when I'm not sure why, but they're not blurry.
Right. They look clear on where I'm looking.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
No, they look good.
okay. So we have some stretch goals, and I will be adding more stretch goals to this.
Cool.
Um, so that's pretty much the Kickstarter.
Okay.
Um, wow, people are backing as we're talking. I love that.
Looks fantastic. It really
Yes,
does. I mean, it's
thank you.
really, really solid all the way through. Like I can see this as a great first issue. It's a superb launching pad to create your world building, and the artwork's good. The story's there. The details are there. This is a home run. Just whenever I see stuff like this, I say to myself, why isn't this a TV show on Netflix? You know,
Right.
because I would love to get into it. Because TV shows have allowed us. to get in deeper with the characters, especially now that
Yeah.
Marvel and Disney Plus are allowed to do what they wanted to do with the MCU, but they couldn't do before.
Right.
People are starting to see how deeply you can go into the different characters. And, if you read
Right.
comics, you already know, the backstory, and you read,
Hmm.
20, 30 issues, and you know everything about the characters and all that. You can't really do that in a 2-hour movie, but you can do that
Hmm.
in a TV show. So
Right.
it looks like you've done the background and the details and the histories and everything needed to do, great ongoing story television, which is
Yes.
easy to do. You know, a
Yes.
lot a lot of shows run out of gas because they just don't have the content. But
Right.
you're obviously building it, which is fantastic.
Right.
So
Um.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I know how hard it is. It's never easy. Um, so as far as Limelight Comics and your other projects, where's the best place to find out about those?
So you can always track us down at limelightcomics.com.
Okay,
Um, and we are also on Facebook at
great.
Limelight Comics, I
Okay,
believe.
yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah,
That's easy. That's an easy one.
yeah, at Limelight Comics. We're on Instagram and those other places as well. Um, but pretty much once you go to our Facebook, you'll see the other locations as well. And I'm mainly on Facebook and Instagram. So
Okay,
um, this book, the PDF,
right.
when we do finish it, you'll be able to get it on our website on limelightcomics.com, as
Okay,
well as you'll be able to purchase the book on Limelight Comics as well.
okay.
Maybe in the future, I might do a where you can purchase it from the Facebook, but I'll look at the cost of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, make it.
take it as
Yeah,
it goes.
right.
Um, yeah, well, we've been talking strategy and marketing and all that. So anything I can do, let me know. Just kind
Okay.
of remind me every day. Uh, now that we've friended each other, I'll be able to see. As long as
Right.
Facebook stays up, I'll be able to see what you're doing. And
Right.
Dustin is on board. He says he builds boxes too, and he can't wait to get it on blast. And when he says on blast, he means shoot it out to all the people that follow this stuff.
Thanks,
So
Dustin.
apparently you have another warrior in your camp, which is good. And yeah, I just appreciate I appreciate good storytelling and beautiful art, and that's what you're doing. I strongly support you. You're
Thank you.
offering positive images of African Americans or Africans, which the world needs to know more about. And you're also trying to weave history in there, which is cool, and educate
Yeah.
people and just open up a different world that maybe people don't know that much about. So,
Right.
but yeah, you're
Right.
appreciated, and we have broken the ice. Your numbers we're getting some going. This will help. Like I said, this will be recorded, so it'll be on YouTube. So I'll give you a link and you can post it out. So just to have some media. It's funny with Kickstarter. It's like every day you throw something at the wall and see if it sticks. So
Right.
throwing
Right.
something different gets you never know what'll get people's attention. So, but
Right.
this will help. If you want to do another conversation towards the end of the campaign, let me know. Is this a 30-day?
Yes, 30-day, and definitely will. I will have more material. So,
Yeah.
um, I'm pretty excited about
Yeah.
the
Well, good.
variant cover that I'm doing. So,
Okay. Good. Good. I know I've talked to a few other guys that do shows. Hopefully you can get on there because the shows help get the word out. But
right.
I'll certainly now that you're up on Kickstarter, I'll post out to the people who have backed me on Kickstarter. But yeah, I just finished mine and I'm in the process of ordering things and starting to get going with that. So, but
Okay.
I'll pay attention enough to follow what you're doing and and we'll push it along. But if there's anything I can
Okay.
do, just let me know.
Okay.
And
I really appreciate it.
yeah, well, it's great stuff. And we need more great stuff. There's enough like stuff. We have a ton of stuff,
Right.
but the quality of the stuff isn't always there. So when I see
Right.
great stuff, I say, well, this is fantastic. I want more people to see it and get into it and enjoy it. So
Right. Right.
You're right. You're right on time. But yeah, anything else I can do, just let me know. And Dustin Poppins says the same thing. I guess you can friend him,
Okay.
Dustin. It's David Green.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah, he's on my Facebook. So you guys will connect a little bit. He does a show too, like I said, and he's into the scene. So, but yeah,
okay.
we have backed you. So of course we want you to get this thing made because we want to check
Okay.
it out. You have anything else you want to say, David?
Um, pretty much. This is a great series for those of you who want to check out something fresh. Uh, this series will definitely blow your socks off, especially if you go past. Especially if you stick with me past this first issue.
Yeah.
So, thank you once again, Alton,
Yeah, no
for
problem.
even looking at my Kickstarter and giving me some last minute touches.
Yeah.
And giving me your help and putting me on your show.
Yeah, I do what I can. I'm like Batman. If I can do it, I'll do it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, great art, great story, and I want people to know about you and what you're doing. So, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, we'll be able to push this out to more people so more people can see it. But yeah, I'm in the loop now, so let's do it. Let's hit that goal and fund you so we can read this great comic and start your
Okay.
journey. All right.
All right.
All right, David. Thank you for coming on, man. Everybody,
All right.
check out what he's doing. Go to Kickstarter and back it because it's got a real quality to it that you don't see in a lot of books. And I want to see where this story goes over time because it looks like you mapped out some cool stuff. And with me, I
Yeah.
know when you do a first issue, it's like first issue is good, but you want to get to the meat, and the meat always feels like it's after the first issue. And you're like,
Yeah.
I want to give you some excitement in the first issue, but I don't want to give you the whole thing. I want to save something for the next course. And it sounds like you got it all mapped out really well. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. And congratulations on your launch. And let's get there. Let's do it. All right.
Thank you.
Take care, David.
All right. See you, everybody. Thanks,
Take care.
Dustin.
Thanks, Dustin. Bye.
All right.